From McGregor Square, I'm Chris Bianchi here on 90s Watch as we're going to take you around the festivities outside of Coors Field for the Home Run Derby, which is, of course, taking place in just a couple of hours, but the pregame festivities already here. So you don't want to see a whole lot more of my face. Let's turn this around, show you what's going on here at McGregor Square, which, if you're unfamiliar, in fact, I have to admit this is my first time here at McGregor Square, and boy, it is awesome. This high-screen TV, this atmosphere right now, what you're seeing is the setup for fans who just want to come and watch, who may not have tickets to the Home Run Derby. There are lots of bars and food and all sorts of memorabilia. But again, surrounding the stadium, if you want to come down here tonight, there's a lot of things to do. Been pretty impressed. I've just been walking around here for about 20, 30 minutes or so just to get an idea for what it looks like out this way. And there's a lot going on here. A lot of folks just kind of filling in here in the last, again, 15, 20 minutes since I've been here. I've noticed the crowd really kind of uptake in the amount of people, jerseys from teams all over the country, seeing some Royals jerseys, some Braves jerseys come by, some White Sox jerseys. So a little bit of everything here at McGregor Square, and I expect that to kind of continue here. So let's take a walk and show you around what we're seeing here and some of those festivities. So again, it's a fun atmosphere. There's no doubt about that. It's really sort of pick up in some of that energy, and it's, of course, an exceptional situation here with Colorado just hosting the Home Run Derby in the city, just the second time in the team's almost 30-year history. Last time being 98. Here, Coors Field there in the background. And I was mentioning some of those memorabilia, some of those jerseys, some of those items that we've got. Yeah, we got all that kind of lined up here at the beginning to McGregor Square. And of course, there's a look into McGregor Square for those of you who might be new to it, myself included, as I mentioned. So again, kind of have it. We've got the actual Home Run Derby. And you can definitely feel the vibe, and it's a fun time. There's no doubt about that. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just hang out here as soon as I'm done showing y'all around and the festivities here. So this is Coors Field, course, right across the street, 20th here in the near ground, and then just to my right, you've got Jackson's, a bar, and then kind of the intersection of Blake and 20th, and it is really crowded. There's a lot of folks here already. I will say this, I was kind of surprised by this. I'm going to actually flip things around so you can look at me for a quick second. As I was parking here, I was actually surprised I found quite a bit of parking. So if you do want to get down here and experience all this, you can still do it. So get downtown. Again, if you don't have tickets, there's plenty for you to do. We're going to show you some of the other things. And we're going to actually walk over to the Stars and Stripes area, which is just kind of across the street, about 20th, between 20th and 22nd, over between Larimer and Blake. So that would be just east of the stadium. So we're going to go ahead and show you that, but you probably don't want to see me as much. I'm going to flip things around again so you can see all the folks, all the festivities, and everything that's going on here. Again, I'm kind of surprised at a couple things. One, kind of how crowded it is here, considering we've still got a couple hours to go until the game. B, the certainly upbeat vibe I'm getting. I mean, you kind of expect that, hosting an all-star game, that's a good time and everything. But I've noticed, you can probably see in front of you, there's a bunch of Rockies jerseys, but I've also been taken away with, there are jerseys from literally everywhere here. It seems like purely anecdotal. This is just me, some random guy walking around here for 15, 20 minutes. It does seem like there's more people than I would have thought just strolling around, checking this out than I would have thought from all over the country. It seems like a lot of people flew in here. I've seen, again, jerseys literally from every corner of the baseball world. So there's a look at the lines. There's already some pretty good lines there for folks trying to get into the Home Run Derby. We're going to walk that way, get into that crowd, and take a look. Again, there still is some parking available here, not too far away from everything. All-Stars pins and patches. Oh, by the way, this is a personal favorite as a sugar aficionado. There are free Slurpees downtown here, which is awesome. I'm not going to lie about that. My coworkers know me as a bit of a Slurpee and a sugar aficionado, so that is one thing. But again, it seems like a really great time. There's a lot of people here. Take a look here at some of the candy stores, and there's official memorabilia, by the way, right across the street from Coors on both the south and east sides of the stadium. There's a look at that. You might be able to see it. I'm not sure if you can. Those of you watching there, that's a big Fanatics truck. So that's where you'll be able to find some gear. Also, just beyond that 7-Eleven tent is some official gear here. That would be at the corner of Larimer and 20th. So, again, if you're looking to get some of the All-Star memorabilia gear, I'm sure it's not going to be cheap, but, never is around this time. But you can go get it really easily here. So that's one thing. All right, let's go across the street. Let's head over to all the fun, all the activities here. Yeah, it is really hot out, but not too miserable. And still, some folks tickets. I'm going to just kind of show you around the All-Star sponsor zone. This is just the east of the stadium here, where we do have, again, a lot of the trucks, and I think inside there is where you've got a lot of like DJs playing, and you've got also, I'm going to put things back around here. You got some DJs playing. You've got again beer, a lot of fans, like fan zones, things like that. That's the start of it. So let's flip things back around and take a look here at the lines. Already starting to see quite a bit of activity there on 20th and Blake, and at the corner, people taking pictures. Again, look at all these jerseys from everywhere. Everywhere at this point. The All-Star sponsors. Let's take a look here. So I know you don't want to see my face all that much, but I'm just showing you everything we've got. And it does look like here, now that we've just entered, oh yeah, grand old time. Looks like, I think they got a, if I'm right about that, there's a ring toss over there. It's not my favorite game, but that's just me. Oh, they have the speed gun over there. So if you want to pitch and figure out how fast you can throw, if you can make the majors, maybe make the next All-Star game. There you go. There's a speed gun. Little Cubs fan just hit 59. 59 miles an hour. It's not bad. Just 35 miles per hour or more and probably make the bigs. There's a big Fanatics track. That's the official All-Star game merchandise. Some giveaways. Looks like some Cracker Jack, or what is that? Trying to side research for myself. I'm going to take some. Barbecue potato chips. We'll skip that, right? Yeah, let's move along. By the way, again, this is 90s Watch. I'm Chris Bianchi, and you're tagging along with me as we take a look at all the fun events, everything going on outside of Coors Field here. You enjoy the sweat on my face, by the way, because it's definitely a little bit hot. I should have worn shorts. What was I thinking? But it's definitely fun. Everyone seems to be having a good time. And again, I'm kind of surprised just where folks coming from literally everywhere. So reorient yourselves. I'm just southeast of the stadium. Actually, literally just across the street from the stadium. There's Coors. That's the home plate entrance there at 20th and Blake, and we're now walking north on Blake, which is closed off. So, by the way, in case you didn't know this already, that we're going to have a ton of road closures here, all around the stadium. Probably try and split off around Arapahoe if you're coming in from the east, and from the west, probably stay on the other side of the bridge, just because it's pretty and a lot of the road closures are. I've kind of noticed it a bit bigger than I would have expected. I've seen cops virtually everywhere I've walked. But started at McGregor Square, where there's a huge big screen TV. If you haven't been, it's right across the street, just south of Coors Field. And you can go there and you can watch the game. You don't have to pay anything to get in there. And they've got seats and everything all set up, and that lawn area all set up as well. So there's a lot you can do right from the stadium. So again, you don't have to have tickets to the game to come down here and experience it and enjoy it. Again, I'm probably point A of that. But that's one part of it. We're gonna flip things around because it looks like we're coming up to some of the other stands here that looks like going on here. So anyways, we're just taking you around a little tour of what's going on around the stadium. If you're not going to the game or you're not planning on coming down here tonight, maybe you could kind of vicariously live through me or through the scene here tonight, maybe get a little bit of the vibe. If you are coming down here tonight, hopefully I can help you out and show you some of the cool spots to check on out. But again, McGregor Square is certainly a great place to start. Thank you, sir. McGregor Square, a great place to start. And then here, just east of the stadiums, this is where you've seen a lot. I was just at the All-Star kind of showcase spot just to the east of the home plate entrance. And then it looks like as you get a little further out, this is on 21st and Market, between Market and Larimer, where there are just a ton of vendors, and it looks like there's going to be lots of adult beverages consumed out here. Um, Looks like some folks already partaking in that, but there's also water being served, and not the drink to be here, of course. But there looks to be a fun, fantastic time for all. Red Bulls, so if you want to kind of check this out, this is a really cool little area as well. Looks like some turf being put in there, and it's kind of shaded as well. It's kind of nice. This is my favorite spot so far, just because I'm in the shade. Well, some Orioles fans coming in here. Some Orioles fans. By the way, flipping things back around so you can get a little picture behind me. I would imagine that right now this is not that busy. This is probably going to get busier now. If you're just joining us, we were at McGregor Square and we were at the All-Star Showcase right across the street. Those were already packed, pretty packed. Now, as you get about a block or two away from the stadium, not quite as packed here. This is now Larimer and 21st. You're looking north here on Larimer now. And again, it's not that packed yet. I would imagine it's going to be, I would say, quite shoulder to shoulder. This will be probably slammed here in about an hour or two. So I'll just be ready for that. But already some pretty decent activity. Lots of little stores. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I'm kind of liking this. So this is probably a slightly calmer scene. If you're looking to come down to Coors Field or the area at least and maybe get a little bit of a vibe, but you don't want the shoulder to shoulder, the full on rowdiness, and you don't care that much about the home run derby, come down here on Larimer. There's a lot of little stands and shops set on up either side of the street. Food shops. Larimer. Let's walk back to the south a little bit and go back towards 20th. So again, stores either side. You got a lot of bars and restaurants. Yeah, it's a pretty fun little vibe here. It's got a hop passport. It's a brewery passport. Jewelry. Again, just wasn't expecting that, but that's kind of cool. Again, a lot of great little businesses that probably really need your support after a very tough year for everyone, especially for small business owners here in downtown. Had a really rough year, so um, come on out to support. Look at that, some cool wooden art. You're getting a little bit of everything. It's pretty fun right now. Some kids. Again, all this is closed off, so you'll be able to mill around the middle of the street. This will be closed off through tomorrow, actually. The road closures continue tomorrow. And, of course, you're celebrating the fact that you got the All-Star game in Colorado for the first time since 1998. All-Star game, in case you're not a baseball aficionado, and tonight is the Home Run Derby, which is arguably, for a lot of baseball fans, a bigger deal. But the All-Star game takes place tomorrow. And that will be at 5:30 first pitch tomorrow here at 20th and Blake. And speaking of 20th and Blake, we're back on 20th here, if you're keeping track. We went up to 22nd. We're now back down on 20th. And kind of peters out, but again, 20th is open. So we're going to go back over here and maybe walk up Blake a little bit further and show you what's going on up there. But it is definitely a fun vibe. I'm going to flip things back around because you just don't have a ton to see right now here as we walk down 20th. It is a really fun scene. This is a really great, cool vibe, no doubt about that. And it's not that crowded in the Stars and Stripes area. That would be just east downtown, just east of the stadium. McGregor Square, and right around the stadium, it's already pretty full up. And we're about to pass the View House here, the popular bar at like 20th and Market. And you'll see that is already really starting to fill on up as well. So there is View House. Yeah, there's a lot of folks, a lot of Arenado jerseys. Yikes. Maybe some Cardinals fans just flying in, driving in from St. Louis just to rub the salt in the wound, I guess. And of course, I'm talking about the old Rockies third base who got traded, or if you ask certain people, given away to the St. Louis Cardinals in the offseason. Let's take a look at what else we got here. So across the El Chapultepec, top left, across the street, you've got a food truck, and you've got a ton of merchandise there, a bunch of merchandise tents and trucks. So if you are looking for some of that official gear just to commemorate the event, Colorado hosting the All-Star game for the first time in 23 years, there's where you go. There's a bunch of spots there, right across the street, right near the street, to do this. So, yeah, this is good times. So now we're coming back up here to Coors Field. This is the Fanatics truck. And the All-Star, I think it's the sponsor zone is what they call it. Yeah, the sponsor zone, which is just outside the city. And then joining us, by the way, I'm Chris Bianchi. I'm giving you guys a little walking tour about what's going on outside of Coors Field and all the fun and I guess the craziest. It's not that crazy yet. You go to McGregor Square, right outside the stadium. That's where you are seeing quite a few folks, and things really start to get a little bit definitely not ratty, just busier. All-Star sponsor zone right here to the right. This is Coors Field on the left. Sponsor zone on the right. That's where you got a bunch of games like ring toss, and they have the speed gun over there if you want to go into the sponsor zone. I'm not going to go in there again just because I was there earlier on. There are tents. There's little giveaways kind of everywhere in that sponsor zone. So if you want some swag, some free stuff, I'm not gonna lie, I almost got a Slurpee earlier on. They were giving away Slurpees there. I almost did that. That's where you go. And again, you just walk around, just get into the bar, and again, so I kind of get the best angle. And all right, so let's take a look here. So this is the first base side. We're at 21st and Blake. Now we walked up a block. We're gonna go up to 22nd, and then cut over and kind of wrap things on up. This is the first base entrance, and already starting to see people kind of come on in. I know batting practice, I believe, started at 3. I want to say batting practice started at 3. So that's always popular, and especially if you got those outfield seats, I would imagine you would want to come to the home run derby for batting practice. That sounds pretty fun to me. There's some more police presence here. You can see all sorts of police constantly here. So if security is something you're thinking about, something like that, I will say anecdotally, I felt pretty safe. I can't go more than basically half a block without seeing police presence and uniform in a uniform manner. So there's police everywhere, so it feels, which is certainly reassuring. Meantime, again, back across the street, there's the All-Star Game merchandise. It seems like that's being sold everywhere. So if you want an overpriced T-shirt, there you go. Sorry, I'm being a little cynical. But by the way, I'm Chris Bianchi. I hope you're having a fun time with me as we kind of walk down the festivities here outside of Coors Field, outside the Home Run Derby, which will take place here tonight. All right, I think we're going to kind of wrap things up here in a second because we're coming back up to 22nd. I wanted to walk up Blake a little bit and show you what's going on this way. Just want to show you the north side of Coors Field. We are obviously walking to the north. We come up to 22nd and Blake intersection here. And yeah, I would say the spots to check out, now that we've done basically a full loop around the stadium and gone from McGregor Square as well, if you really want to get more of the All-Star Game proper vibe, you want to get, that proper feeling of being at the Home Run Derby and or the All-Star Game, I would go down to McGregor Square. There's a lot of folks there. It was already filled with baseball fans. It's free to get in there. You got a food court, multiple bars. That's really the spot to go if you want to get that kind of full-on All-Star Game feel. If you're just looking to come down and have a good time and, get rid of that FOMO, if you're just looking to basically just be a part of it and maybe support some local businesses, I would say that the east side, the Stars and Stripes celebration between 20th and 22nd and Larimer and Blake, that's the place to go. I should say between Lawrence and Blake. That's where you've got a whole bunch of music, art. It is certainly not just All-Star Game. It's a bit more of a wide feel in terms of, you don't have to be a baseball fan to go there. So where you could, go with a group of friends or even on a date, a louder date, but a date. But hopefully this is giving you a good little bit of insight about what it's like. And if you're not coming down here for tonight, hopefully it's giving you a little bit of that vibe and that you have a good time and enjoyed this. I certainly did. And hopefully everybody who's coming down here stays safe tonight, enjoys the Home Run Derby, and tomorrow enjoys the All-Star Game. But thanks again for joining here, and have a great rest of your night.